What's going on, everybody, and welcome to a little Ask Lone Duck. This is old Brew Dog from our Cruise and Rage litter, and we're going to talk to you real quick about your dog's first hunting season. So this is going to be Brew's first year duck hunting. He's a year and a half old, and he's had a lot to learn, and he's got a lot to learn on his first hunt. So I figured it was appropriate for him to be sitting here on the old tailgate talking to you guys. So do me a favor, before we get started, click that subscribe button, baby. Click it. Don't think twice. Do it. All right, thank you. Next up, we're going to talk about it, okay? So the first hunt. What do I try and do for my dog? The number one thing I want to think about is success, okay? How can I make this dog, old Brew, successful on their first duck hunt? Well, first I want to get him on birds, okay? So I want to make sure that the opportunity for him to get a couple of reps, he's trained, like I said, he's a year and a half old. Sit, buddy. Sit. Good. He's a year and a half old. He can run blinds. He can do multiple marks. He's a lot further along than most people do with their first dog, which is cool, but not that important. The idea is I want him to be successful. I want him to pick up ducks. I want all the training that we've put into this little noggin to kick into gear out in the duck swamp, the river, the lake. That's like a TLC song. Don't go chase setting waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes like you used to. All right, sit down, bud. Sit. I want all the stuff we've applied here to the fields and the ponds and the tech ponds and the hunt tests. I want them to equate into success in the field. So here's the deal. I want my dog to have been on live birds. I want them to have picked up ducks in the decoys. I want them to have seen mojos. I don't own a pit blind, so I can't do it out of a pit blind, but if you do hunt pit blinds, take them to a rice field or a flooded cornfield and put them in the pit blind and throw them some bumpers in and out. Get them going, okay? But success. How do I create success for this guy? Shooting ducks. So, opening day. Let's just say it's opening day. You got a young dog. I want to kill birds, and I want to take killers with me. I don't want to take duck hunters that shoot sky busting birds. I want to take guys who can shoot, okay? And that is so imperative to his success, to have birds shot in the decoys, shot just beyond the decoys, birds that are decoying instead of sky busting. That way he can start figuring out that all the things we've done in training, tracking gunfire, looking out and seeing birds fall out in front of us instead of hand-thrown marks, we're creating that look. So I want him to track with us, okay? His first hunt, I'm not worried about if he's looking for ducks. He'll figure that out. But success, how do we create success? A couple things. So you're scouting, you're bringing guys who can shoot, and he's getting a couple birds. He's going to make mistakes. He's going to get, even though he's seen mojos and seen decoys, he's going to make mistakes, and we've got to work him through it. But how do we work him through it successfully? We're going to be patient. We're not going to yell at him. We're going to help him out. We're going to bring some golf ball sized pebbles so we can throw him out there and get him to the bird. I mean, I guarantee you, even though he's running blinds and doing some really cool stuff, he's going to make mistakes. I got to be ready for that and be okay. So I'm not going to come down on him. I'm going to create successful learning environment for him. Come here, bud. Sit. So bring shooters. Now, the other thing is, with that in mind, we don't want the Civil War, okay? We want 2 gunners, and you run your dog. Leave your gun behind. Number one, now, let's get into it. Number 1 rule, leave your gun behind. Put it back at the house. Don't even bring it, or you will be tempted to pull it. You will unsheath the gun. Leave it home. Just take your dog and your training utensils. Another little quick tip is to bring a bumper. So if you do have a slow morning and you aren't shooting ducks, bring a bumper so that that dog can have a little bit of fun instead of just sitting still, being quiet and calm and chilled out the whole time. Give them a bumper, pretend that you got a duck, let them go and get it. So success is number one. Build success. We want ducks in the decoys. We don't want sky busting where they sail off 200 yards and expect our 8, 10, 12 year and a half old dog who's never been on a hunt to go and get it. So get ducks in your decoys. All right, number 2, gunfire. This is actually probably the most important, is gunfire. If you don't introduce your dog properly to gunfire, then they can't be a gun dog. If you have a gun-shy dog, you can never have a gun dog, right? Can't have a gun dog without properly introducing them to gunfire. So gunfire is important. We want to make sure that that dog is comfortable, cool, calm, and collected, and still steady around gunfire, okay? So if your dog has only been shot over a little bit, sit down. Not the appropriate time to take them out duck hunting. If they are not ready for duck season, if they're not ready with the gunfire, okay? So don't even think about bringing them until you've properly introduced it. We got another video on our YouTube channel about that, but if they're not ready, don't do it. Next up, decoys. Get your dog introduced to decoys early and often. In the yard, super chill, heel them around, get them used to it, then put them in a pond, throw bumpers behind decoys, in decoys, around decoys, mojos, all sorts of great experience around decoys, guys. If they, and I still guarantee you, I don't care how much you do it, I still guarantee if you knock a duck down beyond the decoys, they're going to still hunt the decoys. That's just what young dogs do. But after the second and third bird you knock down, they're going to figure that stuff out, okay? So get them around decoys. Boats, blinds, and anything in between. However you hunt, you have to introduce them. You got to do it now before opening day. How can I expect a young dog to go out and do all this great stuff when they've never been in a Momarsh stand, an Invisilab? How can I expect them to jump in and out of a boat if I've never taken them in my duck boat? Impossible. Now they might do it, you might get lucky, but you might have a dog that's not happy, nervous. You shoot a duck, they're looking at it flippity flopping in the decoys and they won't go. Okay? Not good. We want them as comfortable and confident in the environment that you hunt in, okay? In shape. We want this dog in shape, okay? I want this dog nutritionally, cardiovascularly, exercise, A, B, C, D, all through and through. I want him in shape. Look at this son of a gun. He's ripped, runs, swims every day. If you've got an overweight dog, you're creating a possible problem. Their body's gonna go into overdrive trying to keep them warm, trying to keep them cool. They're going to go into overdrive, and now they're not thinking, now they're not focusing on the task at hand. Their body is putting all of its energy into other tasks. So in shape. So if this is your dog's 7th season and you're watching this episode, make sure that they're in shape. Steadiness. Now, any dog who's worth anything is gonna break. And I promise you, okay? If they love their job enough, they're going to break. That does not mean it's okay. We need to train them, work them, help them be successful, and stay steady throughout their hunt. So again, leave your gun at home. Don't bring it out. Run a steady tab. Run a little leash on them. Gun Dog Outdoors. Shout out to them. They got this system for steadiness if you're in, a ground blind or whatever. So check them out. But long story short, steadiness is key. If they aren't steady, there's danger involved. They could get injured while you're shooting. Anything can happen. So make sure they're steady. So key things to remember, folks. Make them be successful. Help them be successful. Sit down. Stay patient on your duck hunt. Patience is key so that they're successful, they're having fun. All the work that you put in from puppyhood till now, it's a culmination of all the greatness you two have put in the field, in the swamp, at your ponds. Now is the time to put it to work. Create success. Stay patient. keep them steady, keep them obedient, make sure they're good with gunfire. Live ducks, we didn't talk about live ducks. Now, not everybody has the ability to get birds. But if your dog's only seen bumpers or dokens, how can you expect them on their first hunt to go and get a live duck that's flippity flopping in the decoys? They're probably not, guys. So we want to create these environments in training where we can get them on feathers, okay? So that they have the success with a bird in their mouth, okay? And now when you go duck hunting, boom, 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 third or fourth duck that you get, they're going to be like, this is the best thing in the world, okay? I think that's about it. So success, birds, gunfire, number one. Please don't have it be the Civil War on your dog's first duck hunt. Take a couple guys, have them be successful, and have fun. Please remember that this guy has worked really, really, really hard for you, and now it's time to have the real deal, okay? And so have fun, be patient, create success, make sure that you checked all these boxes, and if you've checked them, then I would say your dog's ready to hunt. If you haven't checked them, keep training. They're too young. Number one pet peeve is the guy or gal that sends me a message of their puppy out on a duck hunt with them, and it's just too young. So please do me a favor, do all the right things and get them prepared correctly, and we'll go from there. So until next time, do me a solid, please subscribe. Bruce checked out, we're checked out. See you in the next episode, baby.